This is Korea, the Forgotten War. It's part of the Operational Combat series, and it's from MMP Games. This is the situation at the end of the second turn, which is 2 weeks into the war. The main thing that's happened here is the North Koreans have captured Seoul. They've driven the elements of the 1st South Korean division out of the city, and they've already got advanced reconnaissance units moving down the road from Seoul here. There's also armoured units that made a bit of penetration here. The North Koreans have taken a few casualties, but they've effectively knocked out a large portion of the South Korean army, which is pretty much what happened normally. They've not made as much progress over in the centre, or certainly in the sort of far eastern coast positions. They're struggling a bit there, but these are minor theatres. It's getting supply in place so they can actually move further south. It's going to be a little bit of an issue. They might have to move and get some lorries. Well, they haven't got very many lorries. They've got 2 wagon points and 1 lorry point, both of which are round here at the moment, around Seoul. So they're going to have to transport something that way. They can't use the rail net. You know, they can get rail as far as there, but they can't go any further. If we look at the South Koreans, they're really just in full retreat, and they're trying to consolidate a position somewhere in the centre here. We've got Task Force Smiths arrived by sea at Kunsan, so that should be able to make its way into the sort of Taejong area in the next few days. But it's such a weak force, it's not really going to survive. It's only got a combat capability of 1. An effectiveness, or whatever they call that, activity rating of 2, so it's a very, very poor unit. So it's pretty much like it was in reality. It's going to just be a tripwire that failed completely because the North Koreans didn't expect it to be there. And if they'd been warned beforehand there were American troops on the road, and any attempt to attack them would have caused the full sort of intervention of the Americans, it might have worked. But no, just sticking them there and not telling anybody wasn't really going to do much, apart from get quite a lot of Americans killed and captured. The rest of the situation is the South Koreans are gradually falling back, which is they're going to have to do historically, because this sort of North Korean steamroller is just going to get them if they're not too careful. Even resisting around here historically was totally impractical. You've really only got the capital division that's a formation of any sort of strength. There are a couple of divisions here, but they're just shells really. They've only got 1 step in these 3-step units, so they're not really going to be very effective. Same with this division here. It's only got 1 step, which, because it's got less than half of its original steps, it can only fight at half strength. So they're not very good quality either. Well, that one's a 2, which is appalling, but these have got ratings of 3, which aren't so bad. But as I say, because they're only 1 step, they're not going to survive very long in a serious fight. At the moment, the air is completely dominated by the North Koreans, whose air power yet again rolled really well, and got a disorganisation on the 1st South Korean division in Seoul, which helped the breakthrough there. And that's it.